The bereaved Ledwaba family of 8 Flagged village outside Marble Hall is still reeling in shock following the death of their son, Klaas Ledwaba. The family is demanding justice and transparency from the authorities. They say although Minister of Health Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi and Deputy Police Minister Poli Bushielo visited them following the murder, the details of the incident remain unclear. The grieving family wants answers, saying the authorities are not forthcoming.
When I went to visit my son at the mortuary, I was shocked by the severity of his injuries. His body and forehead were covered in scars. However, the authorities had informed me that he had no injuries. Nevertheless, I saw a clear bullet wound on his forehead. I am deeply hurt by this discrepancy. Furthermore, they had assured me that they will not perform the post-mortem until I arrived. But when I got there, it had already begun. I am confused and seeking answers.
I'm deeply hurt by what happened to our son. What's even more disturbing is that the hospital conducted an autopsy on his body without our consent and before we could identify him. This lack of transparency raises concerns about what they might be hiding from us. Initially, both the hospital and the police reported that our son suffered a severe injury to his private parts, but upon seeing his body, we didn't find such injuries. Moreover, he had a gunshot wound to his head, which we believe was the cause of his death. We are seeking answers and we demand to know who shot our son.
The community of 8 Flagged has expressed shock following the incident.
The community is still reeling in shock and has been left with more questions than answers following Klaas's death. We all came here on Saturday to try to get answers from Minister, but the police prevented us.
We are saddened by what happened because it is very clear that our patients are not safe in hospitals. The problem is that our government only takes action once someone has died. We thought a hospital was a place of safety and healing, but what happened at Philadelphia Hospital has traumatized us.
The Department of Health says the armed security officers at the hospital failed to contain the suspect during the incident. A community leader says this incident and the rape of nurses at Rachweni Clinic in January this year prove a lack of competency at several private security companies.
We are worried, where do they take these security companies? Now, the issue of friendship, it's a problem. You ask yourself, how did such a security be there? Because you question yourself, if people can get raped in the hospital, then the issue of coming during the night, people to come and steal drugs or whatever in the hospital is very possible. And I've been looking for all the securities. I've never seen them armed in the facility. Perhaps we don't know their responsibility in the hospital. We need to address the issue of what are the responsibility of security in the hospital. Given the circumstances of what happened now recently, we don't know who shot, is the police or the security. Now, if we can discuss the issue of the responsibility of the security in the hospital, is to cut the entire building and whoever is in the building, we don't know. But we are worried if people can come from outside, rape people in the facility, or people attack others in the very same facility, then it's a problem. I'm disappointed that yesterday I was in Groblersdal. There is 5 entrances in Groblersdal Hospital. Now you can see that there is no security in all the premises. And the same company that is cutting Philadelphia is cutting also in Groblersdal. Now there is a challenge.
The funeral preparations for Klaas Ledwaba are still underway and he'll be buried on Saturday. He is survived by his mother, father and 2 sons. I'm Kokecho Motau, SABC News, 8 Flagged, Rapuota.